Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois and welcome back to Super Hostile Modded Dalania. In the last episode, we were looking around for someplace that we can actually do something with. We were searching around various locations and we were heading to what I thought was an oasis. We found in a waterfall this area, which, don't go down there. This is the Grand Exchange. There's structures down there. I do wonder if there's anything worthwhile in this region. But we are here at the Grand Exchange, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, because I always am. I looked up this area. This is the Orange Wool. We can take care of this area. The problem I always have with maps like this is I never know scaling of areas. We do want to stay away from the danger area. I don't know like what's there per se, but I know it's not good. I know that there's very strong mobs over that direction, so we're gonna stay away from that. So yeah, we're at the Grand Exchange, and I think there's another place that we can go that is actually worthwhile. For the record, this is an area that was part of Super Hostile Online, which I think, I can't remember if I played any of that or not. I think if it was open to the public, I think I logged on. But yeah, we're in this area. There's a wizard over there. Let's go kill the wizard. I don't know what's gonna be the best way to go down, but we're gonna need to figure that out, because I don't want to have to deal with like jumping in the water. It sounds like a good idea, but it's not. It's a really bad idea. But yeah, that direction, there are some nasty things. Don't go that way unless you are well prepared. So we have a wizard. He froze me. He teleported. I would love to know where he's at. Frostbite for 2 more seconds. And let's see if there's anything behind this sand. There's at least a zombie back here. And parasites. Alright, and a creeper. Zombie ones, creeper ones. I think we can handle this. There are chests full of loot. Bandit looter. Alright. There's a spawner. Vindicators are a little bit terrifying. Mostly because they hurt. We need to heal a little bit. This doesn't seem like a terribly difficult area, but we do want to make sure things are decently well lit. Let's... Ow. I didn't see what he was. Yeah, there are a lot of chests here with a lot of stuff. And that's good. We like stuff. We're probably not going to be able to take all of this stuff. But let's get some torches close to some of these spawners. Destroy the haunted tool. Let's get all this stuff. That's a command block. Interesting. Let's put this here. Put this stuff away for now. Yeah, there is a lot of stuff here. But it's also pretty... That's... just lighting. Okay, that was like weird. Lost supply room dojo. Okay, so these dojos are various things that will give you stuff. Those are diamond blocks? Yes, I will gladly take those. We could use some more diamonds. So 64 pieces of banker's fiat, I believe is how you pronounce that word. That is paper. I did kind of know that, but I've noticed, and I've discovered, there are dojos everywhere. There's a lot of secret dojos. They give you an item. Alright, things wanted to spawn there, I guess. That scared me. I don't know why I am so jumpy as of late, but I am. So the secret dojos are kind of everywhere, and they have some sort of riddle. What kind of bow did we get? Common bow. Let's get some of this stuff put away. And I'll be honest, gold boots. Okay, some more interesting things. I don't know if these will work. It's paper. The answer is paper. We need a stack of paper. I don't know if there is the ability to get a stack of paper. That's a lot of decor credits. That is really good leather armor that is almost broken. Alright, well, we have a stack. Let's see if this works. Yes. And apparently it's thundering out. We're going to grab that diamond block. So we got some merchant pants. That is the prize. So the decor credits actually did work. I was kind of surprised. Why are these different? If throw them on the ground, will they stack? Will they lose their enchants? No. I don't get it. We're gonna put those away. Those might be because they were spawned in versus placed in the chest. Like they were from whatchamacallits, the mobs, rather than being from the rather than being from the drops, like, so mob drops versus these types of drops. Parasite. Parasites are actually good to find because they will give us stuff, specifically more food for our fishes, our fish traps. So let's grab all this stuff. I'm gonna back up from this area. We're gonna not only please stop. We're not only gonna drink a little bit of juice and eat some food, but we're gonna figure out if we can't get down to the rest of the place a little bit easier. But yeah, there is a ton of stuff. A lot of spawns. Eventually, the spawners will die out. And then we don't have to worry about it. So, I'm going to stand right here with my back to the wall so that hopefully nothing comes and attacks us. And sort this inventory just a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do that a lot. We do have plenty of blocks, which is good. But yeah, things are going to be spawning quite often here. Just because there is a wide area spawner in this region. Not that big of a deal, though. So, I guess... Oof. I don't know what you are, but I'm going to shoot you. I think you're a creeper. And you are a terrible thing to see. Fast spiders, yeah, there's definitely a spawner in this region, this area. Spawning things. Just make sure nothing natural can spawn. I'm gonna say, let's go this direction. We are not going to go that way. That is the only way I know we're not going. And at some point, I'm going to need to clean up the inventory. Probably sooner rather than later. So, You know, for lack of a better place to do this, I think this might be a decent... I don't really want to go in the water. I wish... One, I could tell what that was. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I wish there was a way we could get down there relatively safely. There is a staircase over there, so let's go that direction. Oh, right, there's this tower thing. That is probably going to be our way down. So let's see if this is intact enough to actually go down. It looks like the stairs would have been here, so let's just make some new ones. And get some light. Perfect. Not perfect. Almost perfect. Okay, that is better. But not best. Staircases are hard. Alright, Festive Creeper. I think, unfortunately, we're gonna have to... Curses, the stairwells in ruins. Maybe enough searching, there could be an alternative path somewhere. Alright, so apparently there's an alternative path somewhere. Let's murder spiders. And we're just gonna kind of chill right here for a moment. Now, I believe in... Again, I read a little bit about this place. Not much. I don't know, like, the dangers and all that kind of stuff. Or anything like that. Like, I don't know too much information. I do try to keep myself relatively spoiler-free. I know I look up, you know, is this actually where I should be? Stuff like that. That's a little bit different in my eyes. So I don't know what the dangers are. I don't know, like, traps or anything like that. But I do know a little bit about, like, the history of this place. With it being an old... What was that? Oh, it's those things. That's what the green things are. They're a weird... they're a weird... I hate creeps. They're a weird... Why did you, like, not take damage? They're a weird bug thing. There's an invisible zombie. Okay, that's not fun. Alright, creeper spawner. Let's get rid of that. Let's put anything in there that we can. And light things up a little bit. We're going to go up this a little bit. So, history. There was a time that this was in the Super Hostile Online map. And I believe there was other ways to get here. And so, that's kind of the, like, reason why I don't know that this map specifically, and I do believe that this was just copy pasted into the world. I could be wrong on that, but would not surprise me. And basically, this area, you probably accessed it from a different direction. I never got to the Orange Wool. The Orange Wool was decently far along in Super Hostile Online. One arrow. Okay. So I don't know that was something, I know that I never got here on, if I played on the map, which I do believe I did. Okay, you just, okay, let's figure out some of these guys. Skeleton Warrior, stop shooting at me and come fight me hand to hand. Alright. I think what I'm gonna do is we need to deal with this inventory. We have way too much inventory. and there's way too much stuff in the inventory. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to step away for a moment. Let's get a little bit... Yeah, those things make weird noises. Let's light up this area just a little bit. Yeah, they're so creepy. They sound like they should be an enemy, but they're not. They are passive. So there is some ruined shops and whatnot. Potato for 1 gold. So we're going to go someplace safe. Where things aren't spawning on us. And I am going to sort the inventory out. Get things in bags and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll bring you guys back in once I am ready to head back and adventure. But yeah, finish my thought with the story of this area. There was another way to come in here. I never actually played through this specific region. But... yeah, we might have been expected to come from a different direction, which is why that thing with the stairwell, there's probably another way to get up here, but we'll figure that out later. So, I will be back in just a moment once I've sorted the inventory, and we use some skills to get gathering. Gathering is what we want. Okay, so I'll be right back. Alright, the inventory is all cleared up, including our backpack. I've got things that are kind of, we're going to get more of type of thing. Broke down all of the iron nuggets into iron bars. That's just things I have to do every once in a while. I need to see, I don't think that this mod pack has backpack upgrades. No. Being able to automatically craft or have a crafting table in this would be really cool. I should look into that. Anyways, I figured let's take a look at our merchant pants. Now, not going to be nearly as good as our diamond leggings with temperature adjusted lining, but designed for speed over armor, fire, blast protection, unbreaking, a little bit of health, 15% speed, which is really nice, and then uncommon, actually not bad. So those are the merchant pants. Kind of a unique item, not really something I care too much about, but hey, it is what it is. So, man, I really wish that, I'm hoping that that thing died in a place that I can... Oh, it's a trumpet skeleton. Perfect. I would love to have all of the goodies that it drops. Okay. So, gotta watch out for spawners. There's a creeper on a stall over there. And okay, there we go. Second shot's good. So, let's go ahead. There's a lot of goblins here. I don't dislike goblins. They're easy enough to fight. Great. These things are annoying. But not the worst of things to deal with. They do poison you, though. And they do... That one's doing a lot of damage. Which is not nice. Don't know where it's at. Let's eat some more. Alright, there it is. I don't know if we can... Alright, we can hit it there. Let's just use our bow and arrow. That was rude. That was bad. Alright, we need to get out of here. We're almost dead. This is not good. Put things away. Heal up. It sounds like it's like right next to us, right underneath us or something. Oh yeah, it's coming up here. Okay, that's good. Please go away. It gives us weakness, which is terrible. That is an unfortunate thing to encounter. I'm not like super worried about some of the abilities, but it's just, it does a lot of damage. Ow, and the gas fireballs are annoying. Alright, it's following us up here. That's fine. We'll take care of this. It's fine. Where'd it go? It's right over there. And you guys are the worst in this situation. There is also a mummy. Which is not the best. You're going to probably teleport if I shoot at you. Yep, because you have Ender. And you should probably be... I was going to say smart enough. But I don't think you're quite there. Can we, do this? Haha. Now what you gonna do? I can fix that. You may be fast, but you can't get to me, so I don't care. You can shoot me with gas balls, but... Alright, cool. That wasn't too bad. I really dislike all of these special mobs that are showing up. It's kind of terrible. But hey, they drop good loot. We get lots of stuff. Another trumpet skeleton. Are all trumpet skeletons special mobs? Infernal mobs? I don't know. But it's feeling like they are. I really despise creeps. Oh my gosh, there's 3 of them. Alright, let's... Alright, we are getting attacked by something that is terrible. Luckily, they also affect the creeps. We should eat. This is actually just terrible. Where's the Banshee at? Alright, cool. Man, this area is terrible, but not for any reason other than the random mobs that are spawning. What biome are we in? We are in a mesa biome, and it's bringing in some of the worst things ever. So let's try to make some progress across this bridge. And of course, it's broken. We'll just go ahead and repair that. And like, all things considered, Battle Mage. Alright. Wasn't expecting that one. I hear you. Creeps are the worst. And yeah, there is not much here. Spider. Big open area with another one of those things that I don't like. There was it's not a death worm, but it's the worm enemy. Steak? 10 steak for 16 gold. Something for 6. There is also a path this general direction. Oh, and there's the wool. Okay. Hi, creep. I really don't like you guys. We're gonna run away for a moment. That is a normal creeper. I thought he fell down. We need to eat, drink, be merry, whatever else. Oh, that was a second goblin. I didn't see the second one. Alright, so the wool is that direction. Which is fine. Are you guys just like spawning down here or something? There are so many creeps. Ow, or goblins, not creeps. There's a few creepers. Something just broke. I don't like that. We're taking more damage. We need to get out of here. Our chest plate just broke, and our pants are not doing too good. That is really bad. That is really unfortunate. So, I'm gonna take the pants off for a second. And I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to retreat. We can maybe use some other armor for a little bit. One, we can go ahead and get some more gathering. I'm getting gathering because that's a skill that we actually need. So we could use the merchant pants. I don't want to. This is full of some stuff. Is there anything in here? Common armor. I'm really upset that our... I didn't mean to throw that on the ground. There is a bug with the bags. It's one of those things of like, you can't shift click things in easily. I don't know what's up with it, but it's kind of awful. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up here. We're gonna go back to the bandit loot area, and so the wool is that way. And I'm surprised I didn't actually see it. Yeah, it is literally right there. That's how close we are. And I half wonder, like, could we just go through here and go down? Actually, I didn't see anything over here. Let's make sure that's well lit. Okay. Seems solid. You never know. But, yeah, we're going to have to go home and re-equipped. Diamond armor is still one of the better choices that we have. Also, we lost a lot of health because of not having our armor on. So, yeah, I'm going to need to get some new armor. Specifically, some new... new chest plate. Probably need to repair the pick. I wish we had easy access to mending books, but we don't. That is unfortunate, but just kind of is. Let's see if there's any halfway decent armor in one of these. I would like iron tier chest plate. Alright, let's just... Quicksand bulwark. I don't know how quicksand works, I'll be honest. I've never seen that, like, activate. Those all have thorns. I don't particularly want any of those. Fire. Protection. What was this? Curse of Binding. Yeah, most of this is just terrible. Which is not unsurprising. I kind of expected most of it to be terrible. But I figured maybe there's some random loot chest in here that's... Ow. Infernal zombie? Why was there an infernal zombie? Haven't seen that one before. There's some gold leggings. That would be something. Just gold leggings. Okay. I mean, we could just take some leather pants. Yeah, there's a wide area spawner around here. Not too worried about these mobs because they are low level, pretty easy to take care of. Ow. Skeletons, on the other hand, are not nice. And creepers that sneak up on you are very not nice. Sure. Stand in the corner. Whoa, that is a fast creeper. It's a dead creeper, but that is a fast creeper. That is a tanky zombie. Leather armor is better than nothing. And there's an invisible zombie again. I do not like that. Invisible zombie's bad. Bunch of steak. That's not bad. That's something we can use. Eventually, the spawner will run out. When that is, I don't know. But it will eventually. I also just don't know where it's at. It's probably in this area. Like, this spider does not know how to go. It is too fast. Alright, let's get out of here. That is a fast spider, but the purple ones are even faster. That is a fast skeleton. Fast skeletons are actually... I think we just lost the chest plate. It had like 2 hits in it. So let's just grab something that has durability. That's not the binding. Yeah, these invisible zombies are terrible. Alright. Hey, you dropped... Let's do that. That is an uncommon... Oh my gosh. That was an uncommon chest plate, leather armor. That is halfway decent. We're going to hide for a second so we can throw stuff in here. And unfortunately, we're going to have to get out of here. Spiders. Hey, spiders, zombies. Everything is awful. So let's... Yeah, they're just spawning right here. And I don't want to, like... I don't want my boots to break, for one. But just... There's so many mobs. They're easy, but they're so... Whoa. Lag spike is not good. Not right now, please. Okay. Wither skeleton. Wither skeletons are actually really useful for us because they can drop... excuse you? Okay, is that spawner almost dead yet? Because it feels like it got a little bit tougher. Charge creeper. I know it said creeper 1, but being charged is... Yeah, it is just spawning so much now. If it spawns mostly zombies, that's not the end of the world. But we don't have the... Oh, great. Alright, we gotta get out of here. We're gonna get completely out of here. Something is very fast. I do not have the inventory nor the health to deal with this right now. And I'm really upset that we lost our diamond chest plate. So, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna leave here. I am going to head back to the base. And I'm going to re-equip. Get rid of items, all that kind of stuff. I'm also going to see what the chances are that we can do something with... Yeah, we have protection 3, not bad. We have not bad, but it's leather armor. We're gonna head back to the base. I'm going to head back there off camera, obviously. Hopefully not gonna die. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna re-equip, and we'll come back here next time. We'll finish this area off, and then I'll probably just meet you guys back here with whatever I make. And there was something that was like Mythic Ranger. Oof, those are really good, but also terrible. But yeah, so I'm going to head back to the base. Hopefully it is not a terrible time. And we can come back here. I will meet you guys back here rather than showing you anything at the base. I want to see if we can get netherite. Netherite does require netherwort jam, which we can't get though. Ancient debris requires ink brush seeds, which I can get. So I might try to get those from random seeds and saplings, and maybe make some netherite gear? Question marks. That would be really good. That would be really useful. Also, doesn't this have mending? No, this does not have mending. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. But anyways, I'm gonna head back to the base. I will bring you guys back to here for the next episode, and we'll finish off this dungeon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!